Welcome, parents or guardians, to back to school night. I'm so sorry that you couldn't make it. I just want to introduce myself. I'm your child's biology teacher, Elena Devlin. I graduated from Westchester with a biology degree and then a master's in education from LaSalle. This is my 8th year teaching here at Methacton. So just some goals for biology. Obviously, I want to cover the curriculum by the PA standards. Prepare your students for the biology Keystone. As of right now, it is still on. To challenge students to think critically, independently, and scientifically. So academic biology, these are the major units covered. Experimentation, scientific method, basic chemistry, it's just setting up the foundation for next year's chemistry course. Biochem, that's macromolecules, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, and carbohydrates. We go into all things about cells, how cells function, but also how they transport, photosynthesis, cell respiration, cell reproduction, so that's mitosis, meiosis. We go into DNA, genetic engineering, genetics, and then we end with evolution, and then a little bit on ecology if we can get to it, but they should have gotten that last year in their environmental course. So lab skills and technology, obviously this year is going to be a little bit different with labs. We're not going to be able to do any in-person labs or be able to do them even when we get back to school because they don't want anybody touching all the equipment. So there's going to be a lot of virtual labs, a lot of interpreting data and things like that. So they're going to still have to think critically. Cooperative learning, we're using breakout rooms in the Zooms. You're going to have to interpret graphs, create graphs, make connections with data to bring the material together. Computer use, obviously we're all on this computer right now, so they're going to be using, Google Slides, Google Docs. They can use what's called Flipgrid, Edpuzzle, Nearpod lessons. These are all technology that we're integrating for this virtual classroom. So the classroom policies, expectations, you guys should all have saw that because I received syllabus acknowledgments with your names on them and your signatures. Really, it's just about respecting one another, being patient, having proper Zoom etiquette through the Zoom, using appropriate language. The agenda for each day is on the calendar on our website, but also on the Google Classroom. I will show you this. Homework is also posted on the Google Classroom, the calendar, and the website. Everyone was supposed to pick up a biology hard copy of the textbook. If you did not, please contact Karen O'Neill at the high school and you'll be able to pick one up. The big component this year right now, because we are virtual, is this attendance assignment. The attendance assignment it's from the state, so it's not just Methacton High School and the district saying you must do this. So it's coming from the state. The attendance assignment piece says the student must be present synchronously, so that would be attending the Zoom call. But then they also have to show that they're doing something in the class. So there's an assignment that's always connected to what we're doing in class that day. So in order to be marked present, the student must attend the Zoom call, but also complete the assignment. So the assignments are going to be built in each day to what we're doing. So for example, today we were learning the scientific method. Therefore, there was a whole Nearpod lesson on the scientific method. So as the students completed it, that was their attendance assignment. So then they were marked present if they were on the Zoom call, but also completed that assignment. The classwork, homework in this class, because we're virtual right now, I'm trying to build in all homework within the class. I can't see myself, these students are on these computers all day long. I don't think it's right for them to then sit here for another few hours doing homework. So I'm really trying to build everything into the classwork. There may be occasional homework just to check worksheets and things like that. All classwork and the attendance assignments, they're all worth point value. Attendance assignments are always going to be worth 1 point, and at the end of the marking period, that should be real easy 45 points. Homeworks, classworks, really more classwork, because I'm trying to keep it just classwork, will be worth different values depending on how short or how long they are. Then there's going to be concept checks completed after the materials delivered. Those are just making sure they're understanding and I can see where students are at, engage who needs more work on certain topics. There's going to be study checklists posted on the Google Classroom. It'll be built in time to work on those as well as check them together as a class before the concept checks are given. Grades this year, it's all found in PowerSchool, so a lot of the times assignments are going to be posted on Google Classroom. However, I won't be putting the point value in there. All the grades will then go right into PowerSchool once completed. The grading is total points. So every assignment is worth a point value, however many points there are in the marking period and how many points your student earns, that would then be the grade for the marking period. So how to reach me if you have any questions or concerns. It's adevlin@methacton.org. Just email me. I'm on my email all day long, so I'll be able to get back to you. Extra help, the biggest thing for the students is I keep telling them they need to self-advocate for themselves. They need to ask questions when they have them. They need to send me a private chat through the Zoom call if they have questions during the class, or send me an email. I can help anybody before school or after school. I just told them send me an email so that I can set up a Zoom call with them ahead of time. So right now I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of the Google Classroom and of the calendar. So here's the Google Classroom. This is for period 1, so I apologize if your son or daughter's in period 2. You can see here that here's the Zoom link. So this is the stream. So this is where the announcements are going to be. If anybody has Chromebook sound issues, there was a YouTube posted on that. If anybody's Chromebook's not working, here's the tech services link. So the announcements are going on the stream. Under classwork, this is where all of the PowerPoint notes are posted, all of the worksheets and assignments, for example, the lesson that was done today, get posted. They're posted under topics here for the students, so it's nice and organized. Also, I attached a bell schedule up here for students so they know when to get to each class on time. Now, with the Zoom links, I have been having to change them weekly. Unfortunately, there have been students that have been trying to get into classes and interrupt the teachers. Virtual backgrounds, if any student wanted to put a background behind them so that we don't see the room or the living room, they could do that as well. The website. So our class website, it's posted here. So this has all sorts of goodies on here. Okay, so they have the bell schedule here, the counselor, principal, curriculum assistants, lists all teachers if they need help in certain periods in their emails. The calendar. The calendar can be found here on the website, or it's also nicely embedded here in the Google Classroom. So here's just showing the students what's happening each day. I'm putting it on there for the week. Down here is where the homework's listed as well as being put on the stream also. So this is, if anybody ever misses class, it's here for the students to see. The Google Classrooms then are listed here and easily accessible. Here then would be under Devlin, this is where the syllabus is, Zoom etiquette, class rules, which was when we all went through the first week of school, and then my teacher schedule. Here's nice resources, so different links and websites for students and video clips if they needed any extra help. And then again, anybody needs extra help, contact me so that I can set up a Zoom call with them. So that is the Google Classroom as well as the website and calendar. Now, as of right now, the state has not decided on whether or not they're going to cancel the Keystone this year. So the biology Keystone is given to all students in May that are taking biology currently. All students must be proficient. If they are not, they then have to take the exam again. So I always tell the students it's really important that you become proficient now, because then you'll be a whole year out of biology to then have to take it again, which will be much harder. So apparently next week they're supposed to vote on this. So fingers crossed that the state decides to postpone this because of everything that's happening. Also, as of right now, there's still midterms and finals that we will be working towards. So we'll see if anything changes in that aspect. So again, thank you so much for watching the video. If you couldn't make it to back to school night, my email is adevlin@methacton.org. Again, if your student needs extra help, please have them reach out and self-advocate for themselves. Have a great day and great night. Thank you.